Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about how technology has totally transformed the life of a soldier. It's really a story about a double-edged sword, a tool that's both a protective shield and an incredibly powerful weapon.
So let's start at the very beginning, because if you really think about it, every soldier in history, from a Roman legionary all the way to a modern special operator, has been grappling with the exact same two problems. It's a dilemma that just never goes away.
And here they are. On one side, you've got the mission. How do you actually get the job done and defeat the enemy? But on the other side, you've got the most basic human instinct there is. How do you survive the fight and get home in one piece?
And the crazy thing is, the answer to both of those questions has always been the same. Get better technology. That's what has been driving military innovation for centuries, from the moment someone first sharpened a rock to the crazy complex networks we have today.
Okay, so first, let's look at how technology acts as a shield. We're talking about all the gear and the systems that have one main purpose: to keep soldiers alive.
Just take the helmet, for example. It is so much more than just a metal pot now. Today's helmets use these advanced materials like Kevlar to stop bullets, sure, but they also help reduce the trauma from blast waves. And beyond that, it's basically a high-tech command center you wear on your head, with built-in comms, night vision, and even data displays. And the technology in battlefield medicine, it's been a total revolution. You've probably heard of the golden hour, that supercritical window of time right after an injury. Well, technology has shrunk that window dramatically. We have advanced tourniquets and hemostatic agents, which are these amazing substances that clot blood really fast that can stop bleeding right on the spot. And with medevac helicopters, a soldier can get from the battlefield to a top-tier hospital faster than ever imaginable.
Of course, the absolute best way to survive a fight is to avoid getting into a bad one in the first place. And that's where situational awareness is everything. We're talking about tools like small portable drones. You'll hear them called unmanned aerial systems, or UAS. They give soldiers eyes in the sky, letting them see what's over the next hill or around the next corner. It is a massive game changer.
Okay, so that's the shield. But technology isn't just about playing defense. It's also about making a soldier a more effective fighter. It's about giving them a better sword. And you can see this so clearly when you just look at the weapons. The distance from which a soldier can be effective has just exploded over time. We went from the reach of a spear, to the flight of an arrow, to a musket ball, and then, boom, the machine gun. Every single one of those was a massive leap forward.
And that brings us to today, with precision-guided munitions, or smart weapons. That single number 1 you see, that represents a monumental shift. It means that now, just one guided weapon can do what used to take a whole battery of artillery firing for hours. It's what they call a force multiplier, and it has completely changed the math of war.
So you can probably see where this is going, right? Every single time a new, better sword comes along, you can bet someone, somewhere, immediately starts designing a stronger shield. This locks them into this constant, unending arms race between offense and defense. And this isn't new. This pattern has been repeating itself for centuries. When cannons got powerful enough to just blast through old medieval castle walls, people didn't just throw up their hands. Nope. Engineers came up with these new star forts, with slanted walls that were specifically designed to deflect cannonballs. A new offense met with a new defense. Here's another perfect example. In World War I, the machine gun created this unbelievable wall of firepower that made charging across open ground basically a death sentence. So what was the response? Well, armies started digging. They created these massive, complex trench systems just to survive the onslaught. This relentless back and forth, this arms race, has led us straight into the modern era. And now, technology gives soldiers these almost godlike powers. But it also creates some really new and incredibly complex problems. At the core of all this is a concept called C4ISR. Now, it's a mouthful, I know, but the easiest way to think about it is as the military's central nervous system. It's this huge, interconnected web that links every soldier, every drone, every vehicle, every sensor into one single information network, giving everyone a shared picture of what's happening.
But, and this is a really big but, this reliance on technology is not a magic fix. It comes with some serious downsides. First, the cost is just astronomical. Second, when you rely so heavily on a network, you create a giant weakness. What happens if that network gets hacked or jammed? And finally, we're running into some huge ethical questions about things like autonomous killer robots. Who's responsible when a machine pulls the trigger?
And that really brings us to the core takeaway from all of this.
After all the talk about incredible hardware and brilliant software, you can't engineer away the human element. At the end of the day, technology is a tool. But it's the soldier's courage, a leader's good judgment, and the team's ability to think on their feet that still wins the day.
Which leaves us with one last big question to chew on. As the tools we use to fight get smarter and smarter, maybe even autonomous, what does that do to the role of the warrior? What does it even mean to be a soldier in that future? That's something we're all going to have to figure out.